My name is Emily, and I want to share a story that will probably haunt me for the rest of my life. I've been married to Josh for 6 years, a kind, gentle man who has always loved and respected me. But somehow, in a moment of weakness, I made a mistake I can never undo. And what makes it even more complicated is that my father-in-law knows everything. Yet he didn't say a word, not for my sake, but for Josh's. It all started a few months ago. Josh was often away on business trips, and I felt like our relationship had become monotonous. That's no excuse, but I felt ignored. When my coworker, Brian, started complimenting me and giving me attention, I gave in. At first, it was just innocent flirting, but over time, it became something more. There was a dangerous attraction I couldn't resist. One day, I made the horrible decision to invite Brian over to our house while Josh was out of town. We were in the bedroom when it happened. The door suddenly opened, and standing there was my father-in-law, Mr. George. I froze in absolute terror. I stared at him, and his gaze was ice cold. He didn't say a word. He simply closed the door and walked away. After Brian left, I went downstairs, trembling. Mr. George was in the kitchen, calmly sipping coffee. I sat down, trying to explain, to apologize, but before I could even speak, he stopped me. I didn't see anything, Emily. And I won't tell Josh. Not because I'm protecting you, but because I don't want to ruin his life. But this better be the last time you ever do something like this. And if you dare continue, know that whatever happens next will be entirely your fault. His words cut through me like a knife. He was calm, but every sentence carried so much weight. I knew he meant every word. At that moment, I felt like the worst person alive. I had betrayed Josh without him even knowing, and his father had seen me at my lowest. Since then, everything has changed. I've cut Brian out of my life completely and have been trying to rebuild my marriage and be the wife Josh deserves. But every time I see Mr. George at family dinners or gatherings, every time I meet his eyes, I'm reminded of the secret I carry. A secret that burns inside me every day. I don't know if he's forgiven me, but I know he keeps silent for Josh's sake, not mine. I feel trapped by my own guilt, trying to do better, but unable to erase the mistakes of my past. Maybe Mr. George chose silence, but that silence speaks louder than any words ever could. And I'll have to live with that burden for the rest of my life.